Let's talk about the best PvP classes in Diablo Immortal updated tier list by Apollyon. I want to make a disclaimer before I start the reaction that Apollyon said that he made a mistake. He will still put Barbarian in S tier. They are still the best classes when it comes to objectives. This was recorded before the season ends. I had people coming to me and whisper me. I didn't watch this. I only saw that people said to me that no, hey, Apollyon put it like a Barbarian in A tier. So I came here and I just dropped this. Okay, I just dropped this to meme with Apollyon. But now I want to go because I like my boys and I want to know what do they have to say. So let's dive into this.
Changes to the battleground where everyone has 10% more
And before we go, don't forget to go and if you're not still subscribed to Apollyon, please do. Like, he's a great guy.
damage reduction and some recent nerf to the barbarian helmet, spark, dusk, unable
Okay.
to remove the beneficial effects from the player. This will be my updated tier list for the PvP.
Let's see if you agree.
Diablo Immortal. And before we start, this will be my personal opinion and not a fact. And you will also able to see my
I love. Okay, even when I did a podcast with Apollyon, Apollyon is like that guy. Is like always does a disclaimer every time he's about to drop a bomb. You know, like I don't drop any disclaimers. I literally just say, but it is so cute, man.
personal PvP.
Yo, SRAM, what's up,
on
man?
your screen before I dive.
61%, 164 wins. Should we compare with mine? Let's see how did I do. Okay, we're gonna compare Apollyon with the where is my screenshot? Okay, it's here. So this is mine last season. Okay, is legend. I'm legend. Okay, so I did almost double the games, the matches, right? But okay, remember, I play a tank. Barbarian is more a tank class, but he is a wizard, so he got more kills than me. I got more assistance, but he has like really good stats. He must play really well, to be honest. He has 61%. I have 70%. He got like fourth place. I got rank 1 on this season, so we're good. We're good. And Saren, welcome to the stream. The Barb King. That's right, Chacha.
So now that is out of the way, let's dive into this video where we will be ranking.
Let's see.
all
I'm
eight
excited. I love tier
classes
lists.
for the PvP, starting with the
And I love that to know the different opinions. And then I can come with my opinion also.
Wizard after the recent change is
We are wizard.
not doing all that great. Before I rated it B for most players, and if you were really good wizard, you could take it to the A tier. But now for most players it will be C tier. You will be only
Really?
support and won't be doing much of a killing. And
No, but I do you guys I don't agree, man. Like, it's okay to not go for kills. Like, if you're a wizard and you just focus on being the support, if you're a really good support, I feel like you have still a role. So I don't know if I agree with the C tier.
to play if you get targeted by Tempest Necromancer, especially those two classes. It will be quite hard for you to escape and survive. So Wizard for most players goes into C tier, and if you are a really good wizard, it will be at most B tier. But like,
Oh my god, no, okay. I think like right now there are 3 classes that are the best when it comes to PvP. In the front line, it is Tempest. Tempest is really good. Is the best frontliner. Then to go and kill the backline, etc., etc. Then you have in the idol, you have Barbarian. It is still the king of the idol. And in the backline, bro, nobody beats Wizard. Wizard, it is so good. It is great, like at giving CC, man. So I will say that I will put it as a overall. Like, even if you're not like that great at a wizard, you as long as you bring your CC, you still gonna have a lot of impact. So I will say A minus for like the most common player, and I'll say like if you're really good, I'll probably say A plus.
Like I said, for most players, right now it is going to be C tier. Next, we have the Barbarian. Barbarian got a nerf to their Spark Dusk a helmet that
Yeah, that's right.
was really, really strong to remove the beneficial effects of other classes like Tempest, their
Mm-hmm.
armor, and even Necromancer able to remove their buff. So, with that nerf to the Barbarian, it has gone down to the A tier. Players are now switching from Barbarian
Okay. On Apollo's defense, as I read in the beginning, he said he made a mistake on this one, and he regrets it. He regrets putting the Barb King in A tier. Okay, there is no way. Listen, Barb belongs in the S tier, like 100%. There is no way. Like in okay, one of the things that it was funny is like they said that, oh, I made these on the patch before, so it kind of delayed, and I understand because like sometimes that's how content it is. But I mean, like, if it was in the patch before, it's even one more reason to, because I feel like now Barbie is like S tier. In the patch before, it was like S plus. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
into other classes, which is performing much better. So, in my opinion, Barbarian can take a lot of damage, stand on the idol, but other than that, you can attack the Barbarian, take its HP down, and wait for the Barbarian to die.
no, okay,
And
okay, okay, okay. I think Apollyon is having a very biased perspective as a sorcerer. Okay, so if you're doing like the tier list as a sorcerer, I understand what he's saying because he can crowd control barbarians really well. But this is where I say to you guys that it is so important to actually go and experience all the classes in the game. Play with them, even if it's like in PvE. Just understand the class, what it does, what are the skills, what are the cooldowns, how do they move, etc., etc. So you know how to go and counterplay them and all these things. But bro, there is no way that barbarian just sits on the idol nowadays, especially with the Ota. You have Ota, you have the demo chains, you have the Artless Terror, you have the Spartus. Like, you have like so many ways, man, so many ways to play.
there are there are other classes which is much stronger. Next, we have the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter, the only good thing
Play Barb,
that is happening
Saren,
for a Demon
or
Hunter right
Crusader.
now is the ability to use the primary and skills at the same time, having more damage compared to other classes, meaning they can still bust down other classes quite fast
Yeah.
if they play it properly, guide it properly, move it properly.
Mm-hmm.
So they are still A tier, but for most players, I think I won't
Bro,
be wrong that Demon
okay. I was gonna get tilted. Like, putting Demon Hunter in the same tier
Hunter is in the
as
B
Barb was gonna
tier
be crazy.
right now, so I will be putting a Demon Hunter in the B tier. But if you are
Yeah. Do you guys agree? I feel like Demon Hunter, like right now, it is kind of one of the weakest classes, man. Um, it is still super strong. It still does a lot of damage. But summoner builds are not as strong as they used to. You know. So I don't know, man. I don't know how we like. I feel like right now probably Demon Hunter is like a B plus thing. You know, maximum A minus if you're a really good player. I mean, okay, if you're like a really good player, like for example Keys, okay, it is a S tier, like, but that's not like this the class itself. That's like the player, right? That's the same as like you watch me playing the helicopter build, and now you think that the helicopter build monk it is S plus tier. You know, like that doesn't make sense. Yo, Mad Wolf, listen, thank
a
you so
really
much,
good
bro.
Demon Hunter, it goes into A.
If you guys don't know, I'm gonna do a podcast with Mad Wolf in Portuguese. He's a Brazilian content creator.
But for
Thank you so
most
much for
players,
coming
like
by,
I
man.
said, it will be B tier. Next, we have Monk. Monk did end up getting some buff
Monk
to
hype.
one of their build where they have the spinning stuff, but I still don't think that is strong enough to
Bro.
be higher than a B tier.
Yeah,
At
yeah. Okay,
best, it
okay.
can deal a lot of damage, but still, you need to get close enough to other classes, and it's just not easy where the Necro can have a lot of uptime.
Okay, I agree, but again, I agree with Monk. Monk, I think right now it came from like it raised it's like a phoenix. Okay, Monk, it is on the rising. They are coming. You know, is was dead for a very long time, and now he's trying to claw his way into the surface. So I will rate Monk right now as a B tier. I think the class it is fun. It is a fun class to play. Okay, so that's gonna be a cool thing. I have to send you. I'll send you after this react.
Time of the rat
But
form, and
you
Tempest
cannot
can
put it
move
in the same
around
tier as
really
Demon
fast
Hunter.
with the dashes, and the Barbarian can just go undying. So I still think Monk is not better than Verset right now. The board might be struggling to be in the B tier as of right now. And next we have the Crusader. Crusader did end up coming
Crusader
back
is
after
uh
the
is
nerf of the
is coming
Barbarian. Now
back,
they
boys.
can use their
Also,
buffs without having them removed. That puts them somewhat in the B tier, in my opinion. If
yeah.
someone knows
Okay,
how to
this one I
play
agree.
properly with the buffs, it can be quite strong. But I would put this class in between like B and C. But
Eh,
for uh, the sake of the
I
video, I
will put
think
B
I'll
tier.
put
B tier.
the Crusade.
Like the issue, it is still the same. You know, like the issue of Crusader, it's called Barbarian. Even yesterday, it doesn't matter if like there is like this new build that for Crusader, they are like this jumping frog or whatever it is, and they have the bubble, but it is still not strong enough, man. I still go to the idol and I still destroy them. So I will 100% say it's still a C tier, but it feels like it is on the rise also.
In the B tier right now with Demon Hunter, even though I think it is a bit weaker, or maybe it's a bit better. Let me know in the comment section down below. What are your thoughts? Honestly, for me, I have not seen many Crusaders
Yeah.
in part.
The issue is like I see a lot of people they make this mistake is that sometimes they play like in bronze or they play like on gold and they say, oh my god, it is so good, like Crusader is so good, like in my rating they play so well. What you have to understand is like the meta is not dictated how well a class does from bronze to legend. From bronze to legend, if you're a good player, or if you have like the build more or less, like your character more or less build up, you will do super, super well. It doesn't really matter, okay? At the end of the day, like what are you actually playing? What it matters is that, is what people are playing at Legend. And at Legend, right now, unless it's a Crusader whale, they don't do much unless like it's changing, but they don't do much. That's the thing. And if it is your whale, do you rather have a Tempest whale on your team or do you rather have a Crusader? For me, the answer is very easy.
Battleground who perform better than the B tier. Next, we have the Necromancer. Necromancers are now back at the top of the PvP, and you
Ah! What? Necromancer? No. Okay.
guys
Wait.
might
Let
ask
me hear the reasoning.
how is
Let me hear
that?
the
That
reasoning.
is with their new build with the rat form and spinning stuff that is happening around them, having the borrowed time and
Yeah, this spec is really good. Okay, that's for sure.
the about 85% uptime for the rat form. And now some of you guys will ask me again, how can they have such a high cooldown for the rat form? And that is
It's because
happening
of
or
the
achievable
Terrances.
by having eternal gear for the rat form, 4 out of 4 rat form eternal gear. The more
Yeah,
you move,
Eternal
the
Gear,
more
boys.
cooldown you get. Next, you can get the bottle hope that gives you the skill cooldown, flat skill cooldown reduction, and then you can go get the ruins that also gives you the cooldown reduction, and then you can go awaken your gear and reduce the cooldown
So
of
so
your
so pretty much, if you guys don't know what is this build, it's talking about the vortex with there's like a vortex spinning around, and pretty much you can almost be always in the raid form. Like you have a very short period of time that you're not into it, but I still feel like it is below Barbarian and Tempest. Okay, if you're gonna put, I will put like Necromancer very easily at A+, but just because Tempest exists, Tempest it takes like the win as like here's how I rate things. Frontline, do you rather have a Tempest or the Necro? Well, gladly you can have two of them, right? Like hopefully you're gonna have one Tempest and one Necromancer because they both have two different things. But if you have like two Tempests trying to destroy their backline, I think most of the times it is better, right? So that's just my personal opinion. So I'll definitely put, especially because of this new spec of Necromancer, I will put like at A+. But I notice a lot of my high rating games when in the last season that Necromancer still has a problem to carry games. You know, like they cannot carry games as easily as a whale Necromancer. Like Tempest somehow, I think it's because of all the survivability, all the dashes, all the shields, plus all the damage they do. They just can carry. It's like the class that probably can carry the best out of any classes in the BGs.
rat form, and then you can try and farm the magic effects on your gear that has the cooldown as well. By doing that, you can get up to 80-85% uptime for the rat form, and that is super strong. Next, we have the Blood Knight. Blood Knight did end up getting a build that was based on dot, but that was quickly enough, and this is where I would put the Blood Knight in the current meta.
No,
Hardly any Blood Knight.
Blood Knight right now, it is. Do you guys agree that Blood Knight right now it is like the worst class? I think even Monk is better, man. Like 100%. Even like that's how bad like Blood Knight is. Like they are doing Blood Knight like so dirty. It is incredible. Like it is actually a shame how dirty they are doing Blood Knight. But Blood Knight, they had like this moment that Blood Knight was actually decent with the summons. But the main issue is like people now learn how to play versus that build. And that is pretty much the only build that was kind of viable as a Blood Knight. But since they nerfed that build, it is pretty unplayable.
Right out there in the battleground, at least on the North American server where I play. So C is where the class goes. Next, we have the Tempest. Tempest is enjoying a ton of
Tempest
buffs
is
with the
the
latest
boys.
update.
Tempest is that class that people are like. I know that in the past months, everyone has been talking about Barbarian, but can we fucking like talk about Tempest? That it is still being the king of the PvP since the release. Like very few nerfs, still immune to CC, still does a lot of damage, still have a lot of shields, still has a lot of survivability. And if your Tempest is not performing well, or you don't have like the hands to play with Tempest, or you just don't have the character well built. But if you go and you get the 4 out of 4 flowing strikes, if you get all your gear with the, for example, the fortitude, willpower, vitality, so your shields are bigger, bro, you're gonna be a killing machine. You just have to learn how to play it.
Where they have 10% more damage reduction, and they have ton of shield, a lot of mobility to move around, and
I don't think Necro is broken. I think if you build the Necro really well, it can be really good, but I don't think it's broken. I don't think actually at this moment there is any broken class. Still, the closest to it is still Tempest.
even the wind walk where they can stand and try and hit everyone around them. So this is how my latest tier list would look. No class in the D tier, but Most of the classes, especially
So,
the C tier.
chat, what do you guys think about this tier list from Apollyon? There are a few things that I disagree. I will, push Barbarian to the top. I will probably push Necro to like A plus, and I will 100% put Wizard in A minus or B plus, B plus or A minus. Like I don't think bro, Wizard right now nowadays is so impactful. Like Tempest, Barbarian, and Wizard are like top classes. Like each one in their own role. I feel like Demon Hunter belongs here, Crusader belongs here. I would put Monk in B tier. I think Monk with the helicopter, you know, the you know it. You've been here. You saw. It was too good, man. I loved it. I love to play. I think it belongs in the C tier, in the B tier. And the worst class in this moment, it is Blood Knight. I would even put Blood Knight in D tier. That's how bad I think Blood Knight is right now. So
Need some buff, and maybe even the Crusader can get some buff, and maybe something for the Demon Hunter as well. Not for their mobility, but something else that keeps them alive for a bit longer. Anyhow, let me know in the comment section down below. What are you?
yeah. So guys, this is like the tier list. I think like it was really good. If you guys go, please go like and subscribe to Apollyon. Is a really cool dude. He also is a very hard grinder, man. Like he grinds a lot. I wanted to see like what is like his take on the best PvP classes. Of course, like we cannot agree with all of them, but that's just how things are. But thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.